folks, to a stream by me, Cornelius Vango. Hopefully the sound is okay, but it's been really hot here in LA, so and I'm in a warehouse kind of situation, so I've got the fan on and AC so that my phone doesn't overheat while I'm streaming. So if there is sound interference, then I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it unless you want me to kill the stream. So, and I'm kind of sitting back right now. I don't have my leg on again because it hurts, and that's not going super great. But at least I'm not drinking about it anymore, because this would be a really long stretch to be in an absolutely dismal cycle of depression and alcoholism. Typically in the past, that's how I've dealt with times like these, when I can't wear my leg, or like I can only wear it so much and I'm in a lot of pain. Because, fact of the matter is, it really does do a lot for pain, but that's where the kratom comes in. So yeah, welcome reprobates. I'm gonna do a talk because I was going over my content earlier today, trying to sort out my playlist so that my shit is easier for folks to find. And I actually didn't even have a playlist for my sobriety journey, so I made a playlist. I think it's just called Sobriety Journey, and that's on my homepage. And I can actually post it in the chat here too, because this is in addition to that. So I'm gonna just pull that up real quick here on my computer so I can post it, so folks can find more material about this. And I'm gonna do like an overview, kind of Cliff Notes version of what you would see in this playlist, which is like, pretty much the cohesive storyline and journey. It's a private playlist. That's really annoying. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make it public. All right, here's the big reveal. Wait. Why can't... Okay, I don't know why I can't make it. I'm gonna go to create my studio. Alright, let's see. Playlists. Sobriety Journey. Edit. Alright. Public now. Boom. And here we go. I'm gonna post it in chat. There we go. And I had to reset up my stream because the original one got all fucked up because YouTube sucks. So I quick changed the name of the stream to include Neurodivergence, because I feel like that was a really big piece of the puzzle for me in kind of unlocking my tendency toward alcohol abuse, and kind of fixation on alcohol as like kind of a way of life and a way of dealing with my social anxiety, because I do have a lot of social anxiety. And I've seen this since realizing, and like realizing that I'm autistic has been a very, I didn't even really know what that meant for me, or I didn't know a whole lot about it in general until pretty recently. So now that I'm learning more about that aspect of myself, I've been seeing that that really did contribute to my alcohol use. In just I always felt like I absolutely could not function socially, and I felt like I had to at the time, to meet my needs, I guess, or like I just didn't know that it was okay to not like being at parties. That nobody told me. So I do like, I do like partying, just not in the way that I used to think that partying was supposed to be. And I like having a good time, and I like entertainment of many sorts, and I like making personal connections with people. That's not the issue, but just like the masking was like to an extent a lot more traumatic than I realized that it was, and it was taking a lot more out of me than I realized that it was. And alcohol kind of gives you this sort of like veil or distance from your interactions that allows you to kind of like stay in that more, and like not second guess yourself or be wondering if you presented in the right way or if you were understood in the right way, because it's like, if you said something weird or acted weird, people are like, oh, they were just drunk. Like, duh, we were all drunk. That's how it goes. Like, we're all fucking just weird. And yeah. So I had a lot going on that I was just completely unaware of, and couldn't become aware of it because of that separation from like the cold, harsh reality of like intense overstimulation and that social anxiety and imposter syndrome, and just it just kind of allowed me to step into this confident, charismatic character mask that I had created for myself. And for the most part, I was extremely popular at parties in that character. Like, people would tell stories about crazy hijinks that I did, or like cool stuff that I said, or drunken conversations about philosophy, and just be like shocked that I had absolutely no recollection of these interactions at all. And for the most part, there have been like a couple of situations where like there was definitely a communication disconnect and things just got off the rails really quick. And then when you're in that state, no matter what you try to do to save face, or like come back from that or explain what's going on, then like it's just gonna make you come off even more weird or aggro, or maybe even like you're trying to make some sort of dig at someone personally. I had a situation at a friend's housewarming party a couple of years ago where I stated something that I truly didn't intend as like a personal insult to this person, but it was like really it was just like a really tactless thing to say. And like the more I tried to explain that I didn't mean anything by it, the more pissed off this person became at me, and it was really, really awful and shitty. And yeah, it sucked. We're gonna ban some fucking transphobes from the chat here, because I just don't have the spoons for this shit. If you're so fucking stupid that you come into somebody's live stream asking like the type of questions that an unsocialized 5-year-old would ask to a perfect stranger in a grocery store, then you're just gonna get banned, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. That's really embarrassing for you. Looks like we're playing Whack-A-Troll here. Oh, I see. Cool. Yeah, I would tell folks to go over and harass the person that's sending people over to my stream again, but he's only got like 500 subscribers and half of them have been banned from my stream already. So I'm not too worried about it. We got Captain Troll Slayer in chat here, at least for now, hopefully. That's amazing. Like, I've been doing this stream for... Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. I'm not gonna feed the trolls. Alright. So, okay. That was just kind of like a background, okay? So I drank hard. Like, I was like a handle of whiskey a day drinker for a good portion of like the last 15 years of my life or so. Like, straight liquor from the bottle a lot of the time, and like ridiculous, you know, and like that's just like a baseline. And I'm not trying to like I don't usually like state amount or dosage, because like in an alcoholic's mind there's like a kind of element of competitiveness. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's this weird, like almost like primal instinct where you're just like somebody that is recovered will be like, oh, I was drinking this much this many times a week or whatever, and you're just gonna smirk to yourself and be like, amateur. You know, like, how toxic is that? That's so fucked up. And I've met tons of people that like fought for their sobriety, and they were drinking like what I would have considered to be like nothing, you know, like part-timer shit. Like, and that's part of the alcoholic toxicity, right? So it's it's something that I really try to be aware of too, because like, it's not a fucking competition. It's deadly, honestly, and I've been part of it too. Thank you, I Am Legend, I really appreciate it. Crazy Blade says, new to channel, I like it a lot. And anyway, so okay, and we're not even 15 minutes into the stream. I'm trying to give you all some background still. And before we move on, I'm gonna just dial it back for the fucking depthless newbies in chat, not the regular newbies that found my streams through like organic means or whatever. Welcome to the stream. I'm corneliusvango. And then the folks that came here with the intention of harassing me for my identity, get wrecked, trolls. I'm going to fucking tear your ass to bits, and ban you probably, because that's what I do. And before we move on, my pronouns are they, them. I'm a bona fide, genuine transgender person. So if you're coming in here and you're like, are you a boy or a girl? Like, let's see how many. There's 61 people in chat. Most of these people are regulars. They know who I am. And like, to the rest of the audience here in chat, you look like an absolute dumb fuck. And we are making fun of you. I guarantee you, in my Discord, people will be poking fun about you later. And probably in chat right now, people are poking fun at you. So if you would like to avoid the embarrassment of being turned into a lolcow for our entertainment, then shut the fuck up and pay attention, because this is not your safe space. This is our safe space, okay? This is a safe space for people that aren't dumb pieces of shit that want to fuck with people that they have no idea what their life story is, okay? And a lot of these folks are queer, a lot of these folks are neurodivergent, and a lot of these folks also struggle with with addiction as I do and have backgrounds in that, and they actually give a shit about the content that I'm bringing to them. So I'm going to focus on them because those people are what I'm here for. I'm not here to entertain people that are acting like literal children and have the intellect of a 5-year-old. So if that's you, if you're going to make a hate comment, make it count, because you're only going to get one, and then you're going to be banned forever, and then you won't get to consume any more of my content for free. So again, my pronouns are they, them. I'm a trans, masc, non-binary person, and I will be doing some more talks about my transgender experience in the future, but today we're talking about alcoholism. Now, before I move on, I want folks to, let's say if you're an alcoholic, recovered or not recovered, I want y'all to raise your hand and chat. No judgment. I don't give a fuck if you're drinking right the fuck now. Okay? Raise your hand. And if you are sober, raise your hand and, tell me how long you have been without your drug of choice so that we can all clap for you and congratulate you. And if you are not sober yet, let us know if you're interested in becoming sober or if you're working on it currently. And, no judgment. It literally took me fucking 3 years to get to the point that I was when I quit last. And that was about a year ago, or nine months ago, after my last my last beet harvest. Okay. And when I went into the beet harvest, I was about 2 months sober at that point, and I knew, it's a hard job, and it was a calculated risk, and I figured, come the last week or so of beet harvest, I was going to be drinking again. And after the job was done, I set an intention to quit for good, and at least again for another few months. But the kind of the last time that I drank during that time was it got kind of scary toward the end, and I woke up after that last day and I was shaking and I felt like absolute dog shit, and I was supposed to leave that day and get out of there, but I took another night at the hotel to just recover and shit. And I barely remember that day. I just kind of laid out and slept it off, and it was so bad. And honestly, with that experience, I kind of wanted to put myself through hell so that it would kind of leave a stinging reminder of why I quit drinking in the first place. So that worked. Unfortunately, I know myself, and I knew that I was going to kind of have to punish myself a little bit with that one. Let's see. We've got some folks in chat. Blades Abyss says, suffered from severe panic attacks and health issues. Now almost 1 year later, no alcohol. Readjusting my diet, now panic-free and going strong. Hell yeah. Good job, dude. Or dudette, or whatever. That's awesome. My liege. M Legend says, no wonder Jose talking smack. You're so healthy and formal. Thank you. Appreciate that. A. LaRude says, I'm late, but I made it. I'm an ex-binge drinker. Sobriety rules. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Good job. It's one day at a time. I used an app that tracks my days and holds me to account. That's a good secret weapon for sure. And I do want to go over some tools that I use that help me get this far. Amanda says, I completely understand what you mean. I'm from Wisconsin. This is a huge drinking state. Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota. Wisconsin and Minnesota, alcohol culture is a really big part of life, unfortunately, especially in the cold season. What else are you going to do besides, at least in the alcohol normalized mind. Like, what else are you supposed to do during the winter besides sit at your shitty dive bar watching hockey or whatever and drinking beers? And, like, obviously there's a million other things that you can do. It doesn't matter if where you're at is miserable. There's so many better things to do than sitting in a depressing ass fucking dive bar. I don't care who you are, man. Like, dive bars are fucking depressing. And I kind of like cringe. I like depresso. Like, unironically, I do like have a thing for like uncomfortable social situations, because to me, as an autistic person, it's all laborious and uncomfortable and cringe, right? So I think that's like a big thing that informs a lot of autistic humor too, is just like absurdism, cringe, and whatever. So like I get it, and I still go to dive bars with friends, and I'll sit and fucking like drink my Coca-Cola or whatever, and I make the fucking bartender put grenadine in it so I can feel fancy. I want my cherry Coke, but I want like a regular Coke with the grenadine. I don't want no goddamn cherry Coke. I need you to actually mix up a drink for me, you know, at the very least. If not a decent mocktail, then that's my go-to nowadays. And yeah, I'll still go sit at a dive bar and like do my homework or whatever. Like, when I say homework, I mean like my self-imposed homework, or draw or whatever. If that's where there is to sit, like, I have no problem with that at all. But like, as a sober person, walking by a shitty hole in the wall is like hella depressing, man. It's sad. No shade if you're one of those folks that is sitting in one of those every day, but just know that like you don't look cool. And the type of people who think that it's cute to be sitting on like a fucking saloon deck or like a bar pavilion or whatever, like with like empty glasses and bottles all over the table, the type of people that think that's a cute look, like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's not. You look fucking sad. And I used to think that was a cute look. Like, you know, I got fucking like a couple empty bottles and some glasses and some shot glasses and like the wreckage of my fucking alcoholism and like deep-seated distress and pensive attitude just on display for the world to see. Absolutely fucking sad. It's not cute. It doesn't look cool. Nobody's looking at you thinking like, wow, that's a mysterious, dark individual. Their pain must go so deep. I must get to know them. They're like, wow, that person stinks like shit. And they're talking really loudly about some dumbass shit that nobody cares about. You know? I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's true. I can say that because I was that person, okay? It doesn't look cute. It's not a good look. It's pathetic. So, anyway, no shade. Like, really, though. Let's see. Geronimo says, what's up, Cornelia? You're lost, man. Read the fucking channel name. This is not my name. Amanda Lester says, I'm an alcoholic. Sorry to hear that. You know, we can't choose the conditions of our birth, but we can choose what we do with it. 13 years sober on Halloween. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Good job, Zen Psyche. Lawn Freak says California sober. Oh, I think you mean California sober. 5 years, relapse with meth about a month ago, but it wasn't a big setback. I'm good now. Good, man. Yeah, honestly, like, sometimes it takes that one-off, like, final testing yourself like that really puts the nail in the coffin for your addiction, where you're like, yep, that reconfirms that shit sucks, and there was a reason why I stopped doing that. Like, it brings back all that fresh trauma. It's terrible. So I'm glad that you realize that it's not for you anymore, and you had that distance from that enough to see how damaging it was to your life. So welcome back to this side of sobriety. You know, it happens to the best of us. I Am Legend says, I'm addicted to weed. That'll happen. That's a real thing that happens. Speaking of weed, I'm gonna find my vape pen here and rip on that. Oh no, did I lose it? No. Here it is. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Trigger warning to weed addicts, okay? I'm kind of poking fun, but I'm kind of not, because, like, it is a real addiction. It really is. Being addicted to weed can destroy your life. Does it destroy lives as commonly as alcohol does? No, but it can. It's, you know, so I'm not trying to poke fun at anybody's personal experience. Like, people become so addicted to food that it completely ruins their lives. Or people become so addicted to exercise that it completely ruins their lives. Or, like, it depends. It depends on who you are and where you're at, you know, and your relationship with that thing. And it's not just the substance or the behavior that is responsible for your addiction. It's your unresolved trauma that that informs that. All right, let's see. Let's see. I recovered but started up again, to be honest. Well, Money Joe, I did that for the last 3 years of my life, besides the last 9 months. So, you know, it's not, progress is not linear, and it's never too late. Like, there's never going to be like an end-all be-all time. It's going to be like, you know, detox and retox for a while, keep your eyes on the prize, and eventually you'll get there. Just don't quit. Don't quit quitting, you know, and don't beat yourself up. That's the important part. Never beat yourself up, because the cornerstones of addiction are guilt and shame. So when you're flagellating yourself for fucking up, you're actually making it easier for you to relapse, because you're falling back into that self-punishment and self-pity cycle. So avoid that, okay? Just notice what's happening. Don't be delusional about it. Don't delude yourself, and accept what's happening and figure out what you're going to do to keep moving forward, okay? All right. 9 years sober, it was hell getting sober. Yeah, Geronimo knows. Amanda says, still drinking, but not as much, and still trying to quit. Great. You're doing the thing then. Yeah. You know, like, I didn't lose 60 pounds in a night. It took me the last few months. And quitting drinking was actually the biggest thing that helped me. So it's like, you might be fighting to quit drinking, but you got to remember, it's not just that behavior. It's all of those things that are that you're not dealing with. Because when you're drinking, you're not dealing with your internal issues. You're avoiding them. So you got to remember that in order to have lasting change and recovery from addiction, you need to like go deeper than just the activity itself, because that's not what it is. It's something deeper in yourself that's unhealed and unaddressed, and it's kind of hard, because it's like, how are you gonna have a lasting recovery if you don't heal that unresolved trauma? And how are you going to heal that unresolved trauma if you don't quit drinking? So that's why I think that that period of time where you're doing that, like getting sober and then relapsing and then getting sober again and relapsing, that's kind of that weird cycle that you're in, where you are kind of giving yourself a little break so you can deal with a little bit of the trauma at a time, and then you kind of fall back into old behaviors because you still don't have the know-how to you know, assess that and work on it and improve it fully. You're doing it little by little. So I think that's totally normal. And I never went to recovery meetings. I meant to. I'm not against recovery meetings by any means. before I ever wanted to get sober, I did go to like AA meetings with friends and family during their recovery periods. But like, it with the social anxiety and like dysfunction that I struggle with, it just caused me more distress, thinking about being in a physical space with other people, while also having to like mask and socialize. Like that sounded even worse than just sitting with my own depression alone for days on end, trying to figure out why I feel like shit. I just like to be away from people and out of the way from people so I don't hurt anybody when I'm dealing with my bullshit, But you got to find your own way. There is no one right way to go about these things. So it's like, it's all trial and error. Look to other people. If you're neurodivergent like I am, like try and find neurodivergent specific outlets for your recovery. And also, like somebody else in chat earlier said, having a tracking app that and having notifications enabled for it every day is really, really important. Like, I don't think I could have gotten as far as I did, as effectively as I did, if it wasn't for my sobriety tracking app. And you have to check in every day. I don't really check in with it anymore. Sometimes I do, but it helps, because then you can see like that clock adding more time every moment that you're not drinking, and that kind of gives me a lot of like reassurance in what I'm doing, just seeing that like timer moving up and being like, wow, every second is a new record. That's amazing. And it's really comforting. Let's see. Squirrely Travels raising their hand. I think that means you're an alcoholic and maybe not working on it. Janice Denny says, currently working on it. Hell yeah, good job. Keep on it. Silly Scars says, been sober a couple weeks. Epic. Seriously, the first 2 weeks are the hardest. After that, you'll have a few kind of, you'll have a few points where you get like super depressed or like have cravings and stuff, but it's not like the original like first and second week DTs and shit, or whatever. Andy PDX, 7.5 months off alcohol. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Ava Moon, what's up? Says, hell yeah, we do. Hi, Cornelius. I don't know what you're referring to, but that's, I'm sure it's something good. Ayla Rude. Addiction is a motherfucker, and the struggle is very real. Yes, it is, Money Joe. Always an alcoholic, I will always be, and have to face that. Those who can't handle their liquor all are. You drink more and do more damage and enjoy it. I wish I was someone who could have one beer. See, the problem with me is not that I can't handle my liquor. It's that I really, really can handle my liquor. And because I have like a high substance tolerance, pretty much anything, if I'm trying to get like real fucked up on it, it's going to take a lot more than a lot of other people. And I don't know why that is. It's not like a point of pride. It's actually kind of embarrassing in a weird way. Like, yeah, I can hold my substance, but because and that's why I get addicted to kratom really quickly, and I have to take tolerance breaks, because the amount of kratom that I have to take to actually like feel something is so great that I become physically dependent in a matter of days. And same with alcohol. Like, the amount that I would have to consume to get the same kind of buzz on as other people is pretty substantial. So it's like, just a few days of drinking and I got the shakes again. And that's just not going to work. And I can typically maintain myself because I do mask, and I've been like intensely masking for like my entire life up until this past year. So like people can't tell how shit-faced I am when I get fucked up. I'll be like doing normal things, carrying on completely normal conversations, 100% on autopilot, blacked out, and people can't tell. And that is so dangerous, because then they'll like, you know, think that I'm good to like do things, you know, like drive a fucking car, or like, you know, navigate the crew somewhere, or whatever. So yeah, that's very dangerous. But if what you mean is handling alcohol by like being able to moderate your alcohol consumption, then yeah, I definitely can't handle moderating my alcohol consumption. It gets off the rails way too quick. It's actually incredible how quickly it goes off the rails. A LaRude says 11 and a half months, no booze, last drinks were at a wedding, still smoke though. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. And when I say dude here, I am using it in a gender neutral way. If you are a lady and you don't like being called dude, or if you're anybody and you don't like being called dude, then I'm sorry. I just, yeah, I don't know everybody in here, what you are or what you prefer to be, but if you let me know, then I will know. Crazy Blade got medical problems when they stopped. Damn. Yeah, that'll happen. That's why sometimes, you know, some folks need to go through a program or something so you can get meds and be under like surveillance, so that, you know, if you do have like a seizure or, you know, bad health problems, then they can help you out. Wow, the comments are just rolling the fuck in. I'm having trouble like getting down to the bottom of the chat here. Wow, lots of folks. That's really awesome, actually. I'm super glad that we've got a chat full of people that are actually like interested, because I mean, a lot of my regulars are and have been around since, you know, before I quit drinking, and like you've seen the amount of change that has been that has occurred over the last few years of my life. If you are like a long-term reprobate Corn fan, and if you're not, literally all you got to do is look through some of my older videos, and you'll see, like, I mean, you know, I was clearly not happy inside with myself. You know, "30 years sober," David Martinez. That's fucking cool. Money Joe says, I don't understand why hating on your energy is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, but stop mentioning like, typically we ban people that mention that fucking creepy ass stalker. So I'm just going to give you a warning. I don't want to hear any more mention of that nothing little insignificant streamer that sent you my way. But thank you to Jose for sending a bunch of people my way. I've got some new subscribers because of you, and they like my channel better, so fuck off. I shouldn't have said that. It's like, okay, no, because some people feed on attention, and I'm not gonna give it to them. It's amazing. Russell says, congrats, man, you're looking great. Trying to quit myself, but I find it hard to talk to the ladies without it. Well, Russell, you might want to look into autism spectrum disorder, my friend. And I'm not saying you're autistic, like, but there's many other reasons why a person would have difficulty speaking to other people or relating or being social. Tons of reasons. But you got to do that introspective work yourself and figure it out. And you can't do that when you're drinking all the time and separating yourself from your issues. You have to like sit with those issues and become aware of them, because like that's the reason why you have trouble speaking to certain folks. It's not because you need alcohol, it's because you have undealt with emotional or neurological issues. Okay? So spend some time with yourself and figure it out. Am I bad? Why? Okay. I am legend. Nobody gives a shit that you smoke weed every day. I'm smoking fucking weed right now. Like, and that goes to anybody. Like, if you're an alcoholic, and somebody does give a shit that you're an alcoholic, you're so fucking lucky, man. Like, protect that. If you can't get clean or sober for yourself, like, take a look at the people that fucking care about you, and then look at how much of a fucking shit show you are, and how you don't deserve that. Like, maybe you did at some point, but your self-abandon hurts the people that love you, and it's gonna keep hurting the people that love you, and until you have nothing left. You're going to keep alienating people from your life, because they're going to keep pouring their work and attention and love and care into you. And eventually they're going to run out. And then they have to protect themselves. So, you know, like, fucking be real. Get real. And as for yelling in all caps, am I bad if I smoke weed every day? Literally nobody gives a fuck. And also, the annoying thing is that you've posted in my fucking chat at least 5 times now about your weed smoking. Like, that is attention-seeking behavior, and that is bad. So that's bad. Smoking weed isn't bad. That's like drinking. Drinking itself is not bad inherently, but your attitude behind it, your reason for drinking, either to separate yourself from reality that you're too chicken shit to look at, or because you thrive off of attention and you don't know how to get attention better than causing people to be worried about you. Like, and both of those are toxic fucking behaviors. I've done it too. Like, I didn't know any better way to get attention from some people than to be an absolute pile of chaos and cause them real trauma and like worry. So it's like, stop it. That sucks. Let's see. I'm just gonna skip to the bottom because there's a lot of folks commenting and you guys are having great conversations, but I kind of just dropped some truth bombs on you guys, and I don't know if folks are ready to hear that. So if you're not, fuck you, I don't care. And if you are, this is your sign, man. Fucking listen to me. I'm dropping some, like, I'm not shielding you from my reality at all, because I have respect enough for all of you that came here to this stream today to just lay it out. There you go. Yeah, facts don't care about your feelings. Let's see. Richard Bachman, you are literally watching a video. Rewind the video when we're done when I'm done streaming. My time is valuable, okay? If y'all have questions, at the very least, don't ask questions that you don't know haven't been answered in stream before, or like ask me to repeat myself, because that's rude to the rest of the folks here in chat, okay? Lawn Freak says, I'm a long-term subscriber, and I was definitely a hardcore drug addict when I first started watching. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I remember, like, seeing you in chat before a few times over the years, but never, like, until recently have you actually been, like, a presence on stream. So, congratulations. That's actually pretty badass, dude. Or dudette. Okay, Richard, whoops. I don't care what you want. This is my stream. I literally don't give a fuck what you want. Whether you want something for me or anything, I don't give a shit. Because when you impose your desires upon me and my actions, that's selfish. That is exactly the type of behavior that I employed in active alcoholism. And that other people employ when it's like, I don't know the clinical terminology for it, but it's like baiting people into a response under the guise that you're helping them or you're doing it for care, but it's actually just controlling behavior. You're trying to solicit a certain reaction from another person, and I'm not about it. Perky says, you came a long way. Very proud and impressed to watch you put away some... I watched you put away some... I think you maybe... Okay, a whole lot of whiskey in one... Seriously, dude! In one sitting when I first started watching you a few years ago in the slab. Worried I stopped. I got you. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Like, I can't even watch that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure I've polished off, like... more than a liter of straight liquor in like an hour stream, and just like fucking kill swilled that to right to the dome, and like but I leave it up, and I did that as part of my kind of like documenting my journey too, because like nobody can say that I didn't do that. Nobody can try and fucking tell me that like I'm just lying about where I was at before, you know? So I mean, it's all there. Like you can go and watch it still. It's visceral. It's not healthy, and it's probably, I can't watch it because it's triggering as fuck. Let's see. Geronimo says, that's why I love you to death, because you're real, you ain't fake. Alright, there we go. Good. Thank you. KG says, my alcoholism is getting me worried lately health-wise. Well, make a drastic decision. Sit down with yourself for as long as you need to. Few hours. Go camping or something. And only bring as much booze as you need to, like, physically survive. And just, like, fucking think about it for a while. That's what I did, honestly. And I actually, I've talked about what I've done so much on my streams, and I'm going to post this playlist again. This is my whole journey, and I'm actually going to put it in the description too. And I don't know if this is going to be a longer stream or not. It might be sobriety journey playlist, because like I haven't even gotten to my Cliff Notes version of my sobriety journey. Maybe I could just, you know, tell people to go and watch the playlist if they're really interested. But because I have talked about like things that I've done in the past and worked on, but in interest of making a video where somebody might watch it and have never seen anything else from my channel, they could just watch this and be like, okay, I think I get the gist. But let's see. I've written about this a lot and talked about it a lot, but like the important thing, what I mentioned before about not guilt tripping yourself and actually like giving yourself time and space to be alone. I was so afraid to be alone when I was in active alcoholism. I would tell people like, I don't want to be alone. I'm scared of myself. And like, you know, I'm scared of my own thoughts. Like, I just need external stimulus, and like I need to drink and be with my friends. That's what I need, or else I'm gonna drive myself fucking crazy. And that was fucking excuses for me. That was fucking excuses. So okay, I'm gonna take a short intermission here. I'm gonna grab a soda pop. And I'm also going to do, while I'm grabbing my soda pop here, very, very short intermission, okay? Before I move on from that. Don't let me forget where I was. I hated being alone and sitting with myself. I was scared of my own thoughts, okay? So, before we move on, there are links in the description. My birthday is next fucking week. if you are interested in my content, if you consume my content, if you think I'm cool, or anything that I've ever said has been useful, and you want to help support me and my beautiful, wonderful dog, Satan, yes, that's you, Satan. There's my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App. Okay, Satan, you gotta get off the camera. In links in the description, there's my Patreon. I've got merch. There's a Discord server. Okay, I'm really struggling here, and I'm trying to get a new leg made. I don't have my leg on right now because I'm in pain. You may have seen my little pillow here right now. There's my naked nub. If nothing else, throw some money down for the naked nub, okay? That shit ain't free. Come on now. Tip your strippers, okay? Or else you're gonna get 86th. Alright? There's, yeah. Hit it up. Fuck you, pay me. Alright? It's my birthday. Not yet. It's my birthday next week. But we're doing the 12 days of Cornmas. And then maybe I'll take a break from streaming on my actual birthday, which is the 13th or whatever. Hail Satan. Hell yeah. You polished off 55-gallon drums of whiskey some weeks. Yeah, for real though. You look great now, a lot more healthy in your mind and body. Yeah, for real. Okay, so like when I was doing the whole trying to quit drinking, and then I would get to like 2 months, and then I would be like, oh, you know, I've been doing so good. I can just have a little booze as a treat. Oh, by the way, I got some, what is this? Curiosity Botanical Cola beverage from the health food store. Cheers, reprobates. Hell yeah. It's good. It's got plants in it, I think. I don't know. Ginger root extract. Ooh, fermented ginger root extract. Ooh. It's good for your gut biomes. for me, who used to mix like OxyContin and straight liquor. Like, okay, it's good for my gut biomes, whatever. There's this there's this content creator who like takes videos of himself eating like shitty gas station food while sitting on the ground in a parking lot, and he's saying shit like, I don't give a fuck if this hot dog is bad for my gut biome. I used to smoke methamphetamine off of a broken light bulb. Like, and then he'll just eat it and he's like, it's fucking delicious. And it's like, dude, for real though, like, if you're trying to quit a substance, don't police your intake of anything else. Like, when I'm quitting drinking, I'm not dieting. I'm not trying to eat clean. I'm literally just gonna eat whatever the fuck I want. Because I'm not trying to add extra mental stress on myself. Like, you gotta do one thing at a time. And in order to get truly healthy, you need to tackle one issue at a time. And if you're an alcoholic or an addict, that's gonna be the first issue you're gonna wanna tackle. And, you know, so you're gonna have to do some trauma work. Because, like, I don't really subscribe to the whole black and white, like, alcoholism is a disease or alcoholism is a choice. I think that there are a lot of factors that can lead a person into like substance abuse. It's not like there are billions of people in this world and billions of individual storylines. So I don't think there's any utility in defining whether a person is like genetically predisposed to alcoholism and they like whether they can help it or not. It doesn't matter, I don't think, because it doesn't change the outcome of their experience. Like medically, I'm sure there is utility in like unlocking those secrets, but like having a social discourse about you know, people's like whether people choose to be an addict, I think it's useless. Patty also used to drink while watching Corn, down a ton in the slabs, now drinking far less. Hell yeah. That was another reason that I thought it was really cool to quit drinking, because like that, like I felt like I was kind of normalizing alcoholism and making it look like more glamorous and cool and like fun, and that eventually made me feel like really, really bad. Like I felt responsible for causing other people to like be influenced by my path. And honestly, I think I did inform and facilitate a lot of drinking culture in slabs too. Like since I quit drinking and since I left slabs, I'm not saying that it's because of me, but there has been like a trend in just not serving alcohol in a lot of places anymore, and like events being less less geared toward alcohol consumption. I feel like that, like American society is kind of shifting in that way a lot as well, which is really cool. I like seeing that. Okay, let's see. I'm just catching up in the stream chat here real quick. There's me. Addiction is a disease. Alcohol abuse is a symptom. There you go, Noam. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, people can be predisposed to addiction to certain substances, but like what you choose to do is up to you as well. But that's not to say that there aren't external factors as well. It's not all on you. Like, say you have alcoholism in your genes, like it's kind of the family curse, right? It's been passed on through generations. Your family just is predisposed to alcoholism. And, you know, maybe at a certain point, you kind of saw that get played out, and you were like, no, like, that's not for me. Like, or, like, maybe you were in a really fucking shitty, abusive, alcoholic home, and you're like, I'm literally never going to be like that. I hate booze. I'm never drinking. Or you went through that and you were like, the only way to deal with my pain is to drink alcohol. That's like a personal distinction. That's your choice of what to do with that trauma. But of course, there's so many other factors into that too. Or like sometimes, you know, like on the other hand, maybe you came from a really healthy home where your parent was the one that broke the cycle of alcoholism, and they're like, yeah, our family is just a long line of violent alcoholics and it ruins lives, so I'm just never going to touch it. And you know, maybe you grew up in a really well-adjusted family and home with like good support, and I've seen people from that type of situation on both ends, where like, you know, on one end of the spectrum, you've got people who appreciate that and take advantage of that, and they get supported, and they get like access to, you know, therapy and good schooling and education. So like, you know, their quality of life is better. And then, you know, some people are also from that situation where they have access to all of these things and the knowledge about their families, you know, alcoholism and struggle with that, and they may still choose to go the path of the dark side. It's really an individual thing. Let's see. Patty says, you were my drinking buddy. I also watched you shoot a full bottle of Jack Daniels. That was awesome. Yeah, that was a good time. Geronimo says, but I bet you helped a shitload of them. I used to be just like you, talking to people and helping people, but I don't know what happened. I lost that touch. That's okay, man. We all got our different cycles of the journey. Sharon says, you're mentioning self-abandonment and shame is so important for people to accept and acknowledge to finally be emotionally free. Oh, sorry, I'm picking at my... That's not good. Yeah. I found out that is like fixating on that. It's a sensory thing. Like I can feel like inconsistencies in my skin. Anyway, yeah, I think that's an autistic thing. Now I'm like really aware of myself. Okay. Yes, Sharon, that is really important. And like just getting real with yourself, and like that's why I would say my first suggestion for people who are really serious is like a big first step. Take yourself out on a long weekend, like a hike or something. And if you're too hard up, like your health is so bad from your addiction that you can't even go for a hike, go to a little campground or something. That's fine. Or maybe you have mobility issues. But I'm talking about like when I was drinking way too much, like I was still homesteading and living outside, but like taking myself out on like to do things was entirely dependent on how bad my addiction cycle was at the time and how well I could function. Because I would say that I was a functional alcoholic, but I was only functional like some of the time. And the rest of the time I really wasn't. You're looking fit now. Thank you. I've got a fucking... I did a health talk yesterday, and I showed off my full bod. So if you want to go look at my abs and shit and my legs, watch my stream from yesterday. Helping others gives me a dopamine hit that doesn't cost me my health. Yeah, for real. Like being honest with other people and like saving them time and effort and heartache, it feels like smoking a cigarette, you know? Like it's nice. It really does do something for you. Okay, Cliff Notes. Also, if you are... I don't see anybody getting down with the kickdown. Captain's wrench is gone. What the fuck? Okay, Captain. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Uh-oh. Captain, if you're still in chat, say something. I'll give you your wrench back. I don't know what the fuck happened. Ava just threw down. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're so sweet. If you're still in chat, Captain. I just saw your text. Gnome says I'm a high-functioning reprobate. Hell yeah. Okay, so having to deal with my own personal internal struggles was like one step, and that never ended really. That like there never was a point where I was like, okay, well I dealt with my inner fucked up world. Like that doesn't end. You keep doing that for the rest of your life, and you kind of have to accept that. But you have to start somewhere and clear some like serious deep-seated issues before you can move on. And then that is when you're able to like actually start taking steps toward getting sober or getting off your substance. And there's going to be a period where it's totally normal. Like some people can just put it down and be like, no more, never again, and have full conviction, and that's fucking cool. That was not my experience. It took me years of detox and retox, and like longer and longer periods of sobriety until like it finally clicked, like something finally clicked. Wait, I don't see any Captain posts in here at all. What the fuck? I actually don't see any, I hope Captain didn't get fucking banned by YouTube or something. That would be, really fucked up. We'll take care of this afterwards. Sorry, Cap. That was not me, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It might be, the dipshit brigade. Maybe pulled some strings to get you fucking muted on YouTube or something for a minute. I don't know. Or, I don't know. Yeah, interesting. We'll take a look. I'm actually going to check in the Discord and see if there's any, anything going on in there. So let's see if I can multitask. No, I can't. I actually can't. I'm getting anxious just thinking about it. I used to think I was a good multitasker, but I'm not. So, let's see. I don't see anything in the treehouse. Okay. Wait. Oh, you are there. Okay. Can you comment? Let me take a look. Oh, that's very weird. Okay. Alright, damn it. That sucks. No, I did not ban you, Captain. What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm gonna go to my channel settings. I mean, maybe during some rapid fire, banning trolls, but I don't, like, I didn't even click on anything when you were last commenting. Let's see, permissions. Channel. No, community. There we go. Standard, oh. Managing, no, you're still on the managing moderators. Okay. Alright, try that. We might have a mole, I don't know. That would be really fucked up. Because I kind of don't want to do this right now. But I don't want somebody that slipped through the cracks to be fucking around with my mods while I'm trying to stream. Alright, we got managing moderators. Okay, alright. Well, I'm just removing anybody that I don't know exactly who they are, which is like one person, and hidden users. There we go. Okay. There we go. That should be fixed, Captain. There we go. Can't keep them down. Now I gotta add you as a mod again. Okay. There we go. There we go. I don't know how you could be in band and managing moderator classes at the same time, though. That's pretty weird. Sorry, dude. There we go. Problem solved. Satan, you're so cute. Yeah, kind of weird. We'll look into that later. So let's see. We got a little derailed there. Sorry, folks. Where was I? What was I talking about? Donations always welcome. Get down with the kick down. Throw a bone to your friendly stoner, Cornelius Vango, for great justice and epic American hootenanny yeehaw shit. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yeah. There ain't no city like generosity, and there ain't no nation like donation. So go on, slap $1, or whatever. Yeah, fuck you, pay me. And Satan says she wants cheese. I think we're a little over an hour here now, and I guess I could finish the sobriety talk tomorrow, go more in depth to it on it, because honestly, I feel like I could easily do another hour of this. So look for a follow-up stream tomorrow. I feel like we got pretty derailed here, and I'm honestly running out of steam. So thank you for joining me today. Here's a really cute dog. Satan, do the squippies. Do the squeaks. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah! Squeak, squeak, squeak. Yeah! Satan's got a corn. You got a corn! It's the corn! Follow me on fucking TikTok, by the way. I post stuff on TikTok. It's cool. Yeah. And, follow me on Instagram. And if you want to see some more videos, go to my page, go to my homepage, look at my playlists. And because I'm working on cleaning up my playlists. I worked on some today. I'm working on some tomorrow. I will give you folks another couple of minutes here to ask some questions, okay? But if I don't see anything compelling, I'm going to fuck off. I'm going to step outside really quick. I can't go outside with the phone because it's way too hot. I'm going to take like 3 drags of a cigarette, and then I'm going to come back and check in, and then I'm going to fuck off, okay? Cheers, reprobates. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck you, pay me. Alright, I'll be right back. 3 minutes, okay? And then I'm going to read off any questions and fuck off. And here's the dog. All right. Wow. Very good. Okay. Let's see. She is so cute. What time tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know what my day is looking like. Probably another 6 p.m. one. Just subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I do go live. And join the Discord server, because I try to post every time I'm about to go live, at least like a few hours ahead of time. And so you'll get notified in there as well. Hit the thumbs up button. Alright. Well, my final piece of advice, and I already said this earlier, but if you are working on quitting something, don't try to be quitting other things at the same time. Just do one thing at a time. I just stepped outside for some smoke. There ain't no shame in that. If that fucking coffee and cigarette is the only thing holding you together, don't let anybody ever fucking bully you into feeling bad about it, okay? It might not be good, but it's a lot better than fucking, the throes of addiction, okay? So if that pizza is your comfort pizza right now, or when I quit drinking, I would always stock up on candy, and I'm not a big candy eater, except when I'm not drinking, but it does it, and I get soda pops and drinks and stuff. Even if it's expensive, think about how expensive your habit was. Go ahead and buy the expensive drinks, okay? go ahead and buy that stupid candy that you like. If it brings you any amount of joy, go for it. As long as it's not that thing that you're trying to cut out, like, indulge yourself, okay? That's my final piece of advice. I'm gonna take a rip of this. I'm gonna fuck off and take Satan out to go potty, because I think that's what she's trying to tell me she wants to do. All right, folks. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you probably tomorrow, unless something crazy happens, which it could. So but either way, I'll see you again in the not so distant future. And if you want additional support for your addiction, come join us in the Discord. All right. Thanks, everybody. Love you guys. Take care. See ya.